Alright, you guys, it's official. Congratulations, Barca fans. You are champions. Come on, let's talk about it. But if you haven't seen my face and you don't know who I am, hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Just Max, and on this channel we talk about La Liga to the Prem and the UCL, and I am a huge Barcelona fan. And we are champions, if you can't tell by how much I'm smiling. What a season we've had. What a game against Espanyol. Was this our best game? Absolutely not. But one thing about this Barcelona team, come at the man, come at the hour. And wait, no, it's come at the hour, come at the man. And today Lamine Yamal and one of my favorites, Fermín López, have just fired Barcelona to the title, and I cannot contain myself. I'm a bit late doing this reaction because I thought I was dreaming. I thought I was like, did we just do it? Did we just win La Liga? And if you're wondering what's on my head, it's dry gel from when I styled my hair earlier today. This is like late in the night and I don't have time to go do it all over again. But anyway, did we just win La Liga? I cannot believe it. I really cannot, because at the start of the season we were only given a 10% chance to win La Liga. All season long I had to watch ESPN and everybody tell us this high line is going to crack. This high line cannot work. Hansi Flick's Barcelona is not it. They're not going to be able to sustain this kind of Genghis pressing the whole season. We've just won La Liga with 2 games to spare. We just did it. Lamine Yamal has won his second La Liga title. Hansi Flick has won his first La Liga title. Wojciech Szczesny, who was just on retirement as of November, is now a La Liga champion. Like, this is insane. What a story, what a season for us Barcelona fans. Like, I am just so excited. I can't even like bring down my excitement for us to like have a proper conversation, because this is a historic season. Hansi Flick has changed my life as a Barcelona fan. We've suffered for many years not knowing if we would be able to have this kind of season where we can just every single match we're just excited watching football. We're not sure what is going to happen, but something is going to happen, and wow, what a way to do it. What a way to win La Liga. What a way to blow away your doubters. Now, don't get me wrong, this team is not perfect. In fact, in this game by Espanyol, which we should be talking about, there are some defensive lapses that I'm sure in the during the break Hansi Flick and the Barcelona management will need to address. However, this team of misfit, this team that Xavi Hernandez said could not compete, this team that nobody was looking at when Kylian Mbappe signed for Real Madrid, this very same team has won La Liga with 2 games to spare. What a story. What a story. But let's look at the lineups that just did it, because wow. Entering into this game, it was a local derby with Espanyol. Barcelona fans were not allowed to bring any, Barcelona paraphernalia, their shirt or jersey or sweater or scarves or whatever, because it's always a tense matchup when Barcelona and Espanyol meet up in any which way or form. If you remember 2 years ago when Barcelona won La Liga and celebrated in Espanyol's home, it did not go down very well. But anyway, it was a tense atmosphere. But my goodness, my team, I love every single one of you. Wojciech Szczesny started in goal. Gerard Martin came in in left back position. Andreas Christensen returned to the middle of the middle of the center back, partnering with Ronald Araujo, and Eric Garcia rounded out the right back position. Pedri, Frankie de Jong, magnificent in midfield. Raphinha, Dani Olmo, Lamine Yamal, and Robert Lewandowski were Barcelona's attacking options. Now, this was not a good game for Barcelona, do not get me wrong. Espanyol was on Barcelona like ants on sugar. They just kept on breaching that high line to the point like I was very worried, are we going to be able to do it, or do we have to go play Valencia over the weekend and then secure it then? But honestly, I have to give credit to Szczesny. He was on his A game today. He was being a sweeper keeper. I know this is not what he signed up for. This is not the way he's used to playing. The high line was too high. There were moments in that game where I had my heart in my mouth. Barcelona controlled the ball from the first half, but it was Espanyol who was having that in attack. Every time Espanyol went forward, I was very worried because it looked as if they were going to breach the lines, and they did. And Wojtek Szczesny on many occasions had to come to Barcelona's rescue. It was basically a cut and join kind of job today. I think they were still a little bit exhausted from having to play Real Madrid over the weekend, and of course that 120 minutes against Inter Milan, and of course the other 120 minutes they played against Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey as well. So of course it was all going to come to head. They did not look energetic. They tried to put things together. Pedri was his usual sensational self, trying to like muster this Barcelona side. There's a few players that did not look sharp. Robert Lewandowski was one of them. He was just coming into the match, replacing Ferran Torres, who suffered an appendicitis and had to go into an emergency surgery. Lamine Yamal did not have the best game in my opinion. He just kept on losing the ball on many occasions. In that first half, I was looking for Raphinha. I could not find him because he was not having his impactful game. The Barcelona defense looked disjointed, but somebody shined, and that was Christensen, who was going bar for bar, pace for pace with the Espanyol attackers, making sure that line held and putting in crucial tackles. Gerard Martin did not offer anything, and so I knew that at the halftime when Barcelona was able to go into the half at 0-0, something had to give, something had to change. And of course we did end up seeing Alejandro Balde come into the game, which literally changed the way Barcelona play. And I just, sometimes when I look at Alejandro Balde, when I saw him against Real Madrid and I see him now, I just think about what could have been. If Alejandro Balde could have been with this Barcelona team for that Inter Milan game, what could have been? He came and changed the way Barcelona was, attacking, with the way he was able to, attack that midfield, that right flank. It was just a wonderful, wonderful display. We did have Kubasi come in for Araujo, and it was able to stabilize that defense. And honestly, I don't want to hear anybody else but Kubasi's name come up when it's time to win that Golden Boy award. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Kubasi is 18 years old, and he is quite literally one of Barcelona's most important defenders, right up there with Inigo Martinez. Like, he has successfully pushed Araujo down the pecking order. Araujo at some point in our lives was supposed to be Barcelona's all-in-all defender. That's no longer the case. It's Kubasi, and when he came in, he really stabilized that defense. That high line was started to work its magic. I loved Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong, sometimes he did make some mistakes here, keeping playing on the Espanyol players onside on a few occasions, but don't get it wrong, Frankie de Jong was out there making those crucial tackles, keeping it clean. And Pedri, what can I say about Pedri? Pedri is just wonderful in the way he's able to carry the ball. Of course, there were some occasions today when he did misplace a few passes. All of the Barcelona players today, they look tired in my opinion, but so I'm not going to hammer too much on what they did or didn't do. However, I just have to give credit. Even Lamine Yamal, that first goal by Lamine Yamal, it is copy, paste and patented at this point. Say it with me. Copy, paste and patented. Put that in the comment section. Lamine Yamal, that first goal, copy, paste and patented. Because when I was just thinking, he's not having his best game, he's losing the ball, comment the man. Comment the hour, comment the man. Yeah, because he just takes that ball. There's that bit of a 1-2 between Dani Olmo and Lamine Yamal. Pedri, makes a very good run that takes a little bit of some of the defenders off of Lamine Yamal, because don't get it twisted, he was getting double, tripled every which way in this game. So that run by Pedri was, in my opinion, can be considered an assist, because Pedri just took a little bit of space and gravity away from Lamine Yamal, and he just was able to take that ball into his left foot. runs into the his preferred spot. Like, we've seen that goal so many times, and when I tell you he bends it so well into the post, it was like just out of nothing. Like, it was a goal created out of nothing, because up until that point it was all Espanyol. They were having the ball, they were running at that Barcelona backline, and honestly I just want to give credit to this Espanyol team. Yes, you did not win today, but you guys were sensational. You guys, against any other team that is not Barcelona, you guys would have won, but today it was not meant to be. And honestly, I want to say I'm gutted for you guys, but I'm not really, because I really wanted my team to win. No shade, no tea. But yeah, I'm sure you guys are going to be able to stay in La Liga. But that Lamine Yamal goal was top drawer, chef's kiss, just what Barcelona needed in that moment to just keep that momentum going. And I was so excited, so happy. Don't get it wrong though, like I just said, this Espanyol team are really good. Like, I can't understand how they are literally fighting for their lives and like trying to stay up, and they're trying to not be in relegation when they play this well. Like, I don't understand how they're not safe, because every time they play Barcelona, every other bad team that has played Barcelona this season, they've complained about how, yes, we understand that we're supposed to make those balls over the top, do those runs behind the Barcelona attack defense, sorry, but they're not able to do it because the Barcelona press is suffocating, it's intense, it's just a bit too much to handle. But this Espanyol side were able to do it. Like, there was a point when Espanyol went one man down, like there was a red card situation for that clumsy challenge in Lamine Yamal. But if you were watching this game and you just happened to walk into the room and you did not know that Espanyol was one man down, you would think that it was Barcelona who were one man down, because of how much they refused to give up. They pressed Barcelona and they kept on pressing. At some point I was like, like I was literally that scared. I was literally that worried that Espanyol were going to be able to pull that goal back, because of how much heart and how much how much belief that they had and how well they studied that Barcelona defense. Now listen to me, Juan Laporta, now we need to address that. Like, that Barcelona backline, we're solid everywhere. We're solid in it. Well, not really. We're not solid in attack yet, because like Robert Lewandowski is like old now. But we can get a replacement for Robert Lewandowski, and we need to address that backline, because it was shaking. The foundation today, it was not giving what it needed to be gave. And as I said it, Espanyol knew it, and they attacked in full force, which is why I have to give them, their coach, everybody in the Espanyol, your flowers. You guys did that. However, come on, we're Barcelona. And come at the time, come at the man. Because one of my favorite things that happened in this match is that Fermín López goal. Now, if you remember, at the end of that El Clasico with Real Madrid, Fermín López scored what was supposed to be a sensational one-man individual created goal, but then it was cancelled because like of a handball situation, which, okay, no problem. And it was like on the day we celebrated vigorously, because like, oh my goodness. And then to have it all chopped off, it was crazy stuff. I knew he was disappointed. Yeah, I knew he was disappointed to have that goal taken away from him in that game against Real Madrid, because it would have been the goal of the season, to be able to like tank Real Madrid season, to be able to score in such a sensational fashion. And so he got a second chance at it when he was able to score the winning goal against Espanyol. It was not quite an identical situation to that goal, but it was still, he still had a few things to do. He gets a very good pass from Lamine Yamal, I want to say, and then he just literally just puts a diagonal ball past the goalkeeper, I think to the, depending on how you look at it, but to the left hand corner of the goalkeeper, right hand corner of the goalkeeper, and it takes a slight deflection, but it does not change the trajectory of the ball. It was just so much of a sensational goal. I looked at it and I said, you man deserve. You man, Fermín López, you deserve. You play with heart, you play with gusto, you play with so much passion for Barcelona. You represent the shirt. You are everything that I want to see in a Barcelona player. So to come back and score that goal today after that was chopped up last week, chef's kiss, love it. But that goal also cemented Barcelona's win in La Liga. We are what? We are the champions. Now, all the Barcelona fans who are watching my channel, I just want to hear you. Let us have a chorus in the comment section. Just if you're a Barca fan and you love Barcelona, you'll be following this team this season, hit me up in the comment section and say we are champions. That's all I want to hear. Just say we are champions, and you put the blue and red. I want to know how many we are in this group chat, because we are what? We are champions, and I love it. Now, until next time, congratulations, Barca fans. You're champions. Come on.